You know what's not bad? Derek Carr. Would you say Derek Carr is a bad quarterback, Joe?
No.
I think he's a pretty good quarterback in a bad situation in Las Vegas where they bring in McDaniels and things get progressively worse. And it looks like Derek Carr, based on a statement that he had put out earlier today, is done with the Las Vegas Raiders. The statement reads, let's see if we can pull this thing up, Raider Nation. It breaks my heart I didn't get an opportunity to say goodbye in person. We certainly have been on a roller coaster in our 9 years together. From the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful and appreciative of the years of support you gave my family and me. Look, there's a variety of things that have gone on in Las Vegas that have shown you the kind of person that Derek Carr is. So it looks like it's a wrap, and it's in a weird situation, right? So the way Derek Carr's 3-year extension worked out, there is a contract carve-out that would allow the Raiders to cut him and take on $5.6 million in cap hit. So always look at the cap hit for these decisions. So if this move is made before February 15th, it's only a $5.6 million cap hit. So the Raiders financially benefit from doing it now, but they don't benefit by cutting him because any old team can pick him up at that point. For instance, the Carolina Panthers, which gets us to the central question. There have been a lot of discussions about drafting the next QB, that it's possible Panthers, a part of their plan, they don't need one right now. They take something else of need in the 9th spot or maybe trade back to pick up some more pieces.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be in a position to get C.J. Stroud, in my opinion, who is the quarterback worth taking in this class.
So what you do is you punt towards next season where, hey, guess who's there?
I mean, if you're terrible, you might be at the top and get Drake May, a kid from Charlotte.
It's entirely possible, right? All the other quarterbacks in the free agency pool or veteran quarterbacks that you might be able to get are all just kind of They're all kind of samey. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to get Jacoby Brissett? No. You're going to get an aging Matt Ryan? What are you going to do? You're going to get Carson Wentz because you hired Frank Reich as the coach or the offensive coordinator? No. You're not going to do that. Actually, I don't think Frank Reich will ever do that again because it cost him his job in Indy. The point being, if there is a quarterback out there that you go, all right, it would be Derek Carr. I can say this definitively, Joe. Derek Carr will be, if he's a Panther, the best Carr in Panthers quarterback history. No questions.
Better than his brother. Yes, that bar has been cleared. Also,
shout out to Mr. Mittens.
More importantly, he's better than either the options of Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold or Teddy Bridgewater in previous years. He's more of an established known. And don't forget they took Matt Corral last year. You know, the forensic injury cost him his rookie year. So, hey, man, I have zero problems if the Panthers bring in Derek Carr, and he's 30, he'll be 32 next year. Mm-hmm. He is not a Russell Wilson 32. And by that, I mean he was never a runner, so he's never had to depend on his legs. He's a guy who's a pocket passer, and in years where he's good, he's been really good. And his floor is definitely in the top 12 of the league.
The problem is that if Derek Carr is truly available, if he's done with the Raiders and they cut him, the Panthers
will be sought after. He'll be sought after.
The Panthers aren't the only team that would be willing to bring somebody like him on. Here's Robert Saleh. He's the head coach of the New York Jets. They're clearly in the quarterback market because they don't like Zach Wilson. Here's what he had to say about the QB approach this offseason.
We've got a really, really good core group of guys. We're going to attack the heck out of our O-line with regards to getting healthy and adding to it, and we are going to be aggressive as heck when it comes to quarterback play and making sure that we do everything we can to satisfy that position. Do I want to be as arrogant as to say I think this is plug and play where we're going to get better? When you can run the ball, you got good special teams, and you have a top 5 defense, you're supposed to be in the playoffs.
It's pretty much laying it out. Quarterback is the problem.
Spot the line, Joe.
No, he's not. He's absolutely not wrong. But I know that's the current debate right now in Panthers fandom is what to do with quarterback. It seems like that's been the debate ever since the tail end of the Cam Newton era of the Carolina Panthers. They clearly have not gotten the quarterback position right. I know there's a small group of Matt Corral truthers out there, but folks, I don't know if that really was the move for the Panthers, and getting him when they did was a bit of a reach, as it were. But Derek Carr seems to be the one quarterback that even the hardline fans that want to go in a different direction and draft a QB would be okay with. And I think I'd be okay with it too.
I would not want to see them roll the dice on Anthony Richardson from Florida with the 9th pick.
No.
I would not want to see that, especially since they did so well with the Ike Ekwonu pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got a solid part there. You can do the same thing. Receiver is probably the area that I would address, but I could see them taking another offensive lineman or even another defensive lineman.
Meanwhile, we don't know where things stand on the actual head coach, the guy who's probably going to be a part of making these decisions as it relates to who the next quarterback of the Panthers is going to be. The further we get along, the less optimistic I am that Steve Wilkes is going to be the next head coach of the Carolina Panthers. A lot of people are going to have to tell David Tepper no.
I was going to say I'd go the other way. Like, the longer it goes, the more I think it will be Steve Wilkes.
I think that if they keep adding more interviews on, it just tells me they're really trying not to hire Steve Wilkes. You catch my drift?
Yeah, but if those other people don't want the job,
okay,
then you're in a position where you can do what the Jets just did with Robert Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
Jets fired their offensive coordinator. They kept Saleh, who has a defensive background, because, like he said, they have a top defense. They can run the football. Well, those are two things the Panthers can do too. But the Jets have to fix that quarterback position in their play caller, and they kept Saleh. The Panthers can absolutely do that. Again, it gets back to maybe some of these guys you're talking to. Would they be willing to come in and be the OC and be the play caller for? And think about that autonomy that you'd have. A lot of guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want, it's great to go work for Kyle Shanahan, but guess what Kyle Shanahan's going to do? He's going to call the plays and tell you what to do.
He's very involved.
Right?
I'd say he's very involved.
Sean Payton, same way.